how to start losing weight when you have no motivation? Okay, let's dive right in. In this video, we're going to talk about why you lost your motivation in the first place. And then we'll cover the things you need to change right now to get your motivation back. And last, we'll talk about the ultimate way to get back on track. I get so frustrated with this kind of videos. This is not my jam to talk about this because you know what it tells me? Like, first of all, thank you. I'm glad you're here watching me. I'm glad you're here, clicked on this video. I'm glad. But when you say I have no motivation to lose weight, that tells me you fell off and you don't want it bad enough. That tells me you don't want it bad enough. That tells me that being fat doesn't hurt enough. So we need to address why you lost your motivation in the first place. At the time that I'm recording this right now, I've had almost 45,000 people come through my program. So I've seen a few things, I've talked to a few people, I've done this for a while, and I can tell you that a lot of people lose their motivation because they get comfortable. All right, that's one reason. They get comfortable. Their spouse loves them no matter what. I mean, I'm glad about that. Not suggesting that their spouse not love you because you're fat or something. I'm just saying that they get comfortable in their relationship. There's no problems with their size. Another reason people lose their motivation is because they set themselves up for some kind of short-term goal like that. Like, I want to lose weight before my son's wedding. And then the son's wedding came and went and they didn't have any other reason to keep losing weight. That's why I believe in having these little mini goals, but you gotta have a long-term goal. You gotta have what I call a goal after the goal. Another reason why people lose motivation is because they're exhausted. They're moms and they have little kids and they put themselves last and the days turn into weeks, turn into months, turn into years, and you're raising kids and you're running your business and you're taking care of your family and you're growing your garden, but you don't take care of yourself because you just don't think. You're exhausted, you're dehydrated, you're chronically fatigued, and everybody else comes before you. And you just don't have really any motivation left for anything. So what do you need to change right now to get your motivation back? I wrote it down on a sticky note, and I'm gonna show you what it is. You gotta identify your why. And you gotta write it down with a pen on a sticky note or something and stick it on your refrigerator door, stick it on your bathroom mirror, or stick it on your dashboard of your car. Why do you want to do this? What is your why? A lot of people see themselves in photos and they can't believe how big they are. Well, I didn't know that I was that big. Well, because you don't look in a mirror from here down ever, Karen. All right? They don't know why. They need to have a strong enough why. I did a podcast called You Gotta Have a Why That Makes You Cry. And it can't be like, I want to lose weight. You gotta actually have something deeper, something that's gonna keep you going. Because I can promise you, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you're gonna want to give up. I can promise you, you're gonna be by yourself in the middle of your kitchen at 10 o'clock at night when everybody else is sleeping. And you're gonna wanna shove something in your mouth that doesn't belong there, and that will do your health no good. Why? What is stopping you from doing that? You're gonna turn and look at your why that's hanging on your fridge, and you're gonna say, no, no, no. I wanna be there for my kid's wedding. No, I wanna feel really good when we go on that princess cruise. No, I'm not doing this because I wanna be able to ride my horse again, and right now I'm too heavy. That's why we write those things down. There are these neurological connections that are formed when we actually take a pen and a paper and write things down. So I want you to actually write it down, and that way it reminds you over and over and over why you are getting your health in order and getting your weight off. Before we go any further, I want to hear from you. I love getting to know you, and when you engage with me in the comments section, I read all your comments. So tell me, what is your why? Comment below, write it down, be brave, let me hear it. Because I want to link arms with you and I want to support you through this process. So comment below, tell me what your why is. Once you identify your why, you're going to want to clean out those cupboards. Yes. Why? Because you are a sugar addict and so am I. And recovering sugar addicts don't keep sugar in our cupboards, just like recovering drug addicts don't keep drugs in their cupboard. Look, if it's there, most of us are proximity eaters, and we're gonna go for it. Like if I'm in a Mexican restaurant and there's no basket of chips, I'm not gonna go to the back and scoop some chips out in the kitchen. Like, I won't eat them. If they're not there, I won't eat them. But bring me the basket of chips, I'm gonna eat them. That's how most people are. We do not keep sugar in our houses ever. That is one of the top 3 rules to long-term weight loss on the Code Red lifestyle is you never allow sugar to stay in your house. You need to understand what is going on with you. You need to understand how dangerous a sugar addiction is. Sugar is 8 times more addictive than heroin. You don't want to screw around with sugar. I used to have a sugar addiction. I know exactly how it feels. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you will give in and have the Captain Crunch. If you have the cupcakes on your counter, well, they're just left over from my 5-year-old granddaughter's birthday party. Oh, okay. All right, well, listen, it's gonna be a matter of time before you stop and you take one and you lick the top. And then you go ahead and eat all the frosting. And then you go ahead and eat all of them because you're like, whatever, I just screwed up my diet, screw it. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat all of them. No. If sugar comes into your house, then they leave with that last birthday guest, that last birthday kid, or they go to your neighbor John, or they go in the garbage. If you got a problem throwing food away, go give it to a homeless shelter. The point is you cannot keep junk food in your house. You can't. You are not strong enough for this, and neither am I. If you look at my house, there ain't no junk food in there. No. And you might be saying, well, my spouse isn't Code Red. Like, my spouse brings the junk food home. Look, you are 50-50 owner of this house. That means you need to come to some sort of agreement with your spouse on your spouse putting that junk food maybe in a Rubbermaid bin and putting it in the man cave or the garage or a different room or someplace where you can't get a hold of it. This has got to be a two-way street here. He or she has got to come your way, and you've got to come to an agreement on the kitchen area, because if you keep junk food in your kitchen, you will eventually go in there, especially in the evening times, and you will raid that cupboard. When it comes to getting your motivation back, you need to have some sort of an accountability situation. I didn't say partner, because I don't necessarily believe in accountability partners. Like, look, come on. What husband in his right mind would ever say, like, if you ask your husband, you know, yo, John, would you be my accountability buddy? Like, what husband in his right mind is gonna say, hey, Karen, put down those Doritos, Karen? He ain't gonna say that. He's gonna be like, psh, I don't wanna fight with her. Look, you need to have an accountability system that actually holds your feet to the fire. One that you're a little bit afraid of or a little bit respectful of. If you say to your sister, let's be accountability buddies, okay, and that your sister's gonna love you no matter what. She's gonna call you up and say, yo, I got a bowl of popcorn and a Diet Coke. My popcorn's balanced right on my boobs. And you're gonna be like, yeah, I am too. And then no, everybody's gonna laugh. Okay, that's not funny. An accountability partner needs to be taken seriously. If you're gonna do this, you need to have some sort of accountability system in place. And Code Red has an accountability system. With my custom programs, you are going to be turning in your weight every Friday using my website and the password, and that's gonna come directly to me. And I expect you to lose that weight. Good, bad, or ugly, you're gonna be held accountable, and I expect you to lose that weight every week. Of course, I give you the tools to do that, but I also have that accountability component that so many programs are missing. If you've lost your motivation, well, you might wanna think about money as a motivator. For example, if you paid $1,000 for a customized nutrition program from me, and you have 40 pounds to lose, well, that's $25 a pound. You'll think twice before gaining your weight back or screwing around with your program. The ultimate way to get your motivation back is to join the next 10-pound takedown challenge. I have them every month. So if you missed the last one, you're gonna be able to get in on that next one. Click the link below. Let me show you a better way. Highly effective. I got a whole system built in place. It's awesome. Click the link below. I'll see you in the next video.